there's obviously we'll see.
I just think Everton are one of those teams that could, on the day, be really fucking dangerous.
Massive pain in the arse, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. And Koeman's got tactical nous, as you might say, or whatever it is. He's a good manager.
Prowess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good manager. I like him.
He's a tactician.
He's a tactician. He's a tactical. What else we got? We got Leicester, Chelsea. Leicester at home. I think we should put Drinkwater on, and then he should just like pass up, and we should score against them. And be like, no, I mean that'd be good. I'm sure we'll beat them. We're away.
You'd probably get some boos from the home fans, I reckon. Because he handed a transfer request in.
It was pretty late, yeah.
Players do that.
Please let me leave. Yeah, that was his third. That was apparently our third attempt, and it took for him. Chelsea as a club must have gone. You need to fucking tell them you need to leave.
He must. Because
obviously, I mean, his was actually done. Obviously, talk about Danny Drinkwater coming to Chelsea from Leicester. That was actually done 3 hours after the deadline closed. I think I do have the times.
It was, yeah.
But it was due to what we spoke about earlier, which is you're allowed to extend. You're allowed to apply for extended time as long as everything's been decided and you're working on personal.
It has to be to a certain. Yeah. Certain papers have to be ready.
Yeah. So certain stuff was done, but other shit hadn't been fully decided. So anyway, either way, that was a last couple of hour sort of thing. Minute to midnight kind of thing. I mean, yeah, I'm sure we'll beat them away. We have to. For me, we have to win there. That's it.
100%. That's the thing. Is with the. I think this season, I don't see many mistakes being made.
We can't. It's more difficult than ever. Even if, let's say, Arsenal fucking has tripped up and suicide bombed themselves, we now have other teams Tottenham.
There's still 4 or 5 other teams.
Themselves up even further. Got Everton getting better. You got Liverpool potentially getting even better attacking wise.
If Liverpool hit form, they will have a run of games where they just won't. They won't lose.
And City have enough freaking attackers that they can score goals all week. Even if Pep doesn't know what to do in the Premier League yet sometimes. And lastly, Mourinho is in his second season effect, and and also United look pretty bloody good. So
they look pretty awesome.
But then anyways, so it's going to be difficult. I agree with you. Moving on, Southampton, Watford. Game.
It sounds fucking boring.
Sounds a bit boring.
I can see Watford. I reckon Watford.
Watford do
from what I've seen,
and their manager's good as well. Their new bloke.
What's his name? Is it Marco Silva?
Yeah, I don't know whether he's Portuguese, Spanish, or Argentinian, or Brazilian. He looks one of these sort of.
He's one of them.
Yeah, he's one of them.
One of them.
I hope that's not racist. I don't think it is.
How's that racist?
No, he looks Latino, kind of, or South American.
Well, his name's Silva.
That's racist. No. Stoke City at home against United. Ooh, come on, Sparky. What can we do?
United got that all day long.
Yeah, I know they do.
No fucking way, Stoke.
Come on. No, okay. No,
Stoke
you are right. Totally.
Stoke are going to do the same thing this season. They're going to be pretty shit,
but
they'll do enough to stay up.
I always feel like Mike Hughes could. I really like Mike Hughes.
I don't think he knows how to sign players.
I don't think he gets involved in that process. Maybe.
Sure? But at City,
maybe he does. Maybe it's actually
when he was at City, though, I think he had more control. Look where that.
Yeah, but I bet if he was at City now, that wouldn't be the deal. They
wouldn't put him.
No, that's
true.
Pep. We're going back to him.
Yeah.
No, true. I don't know, but maybe you're right. Maybe actually it's because he's got all the control and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
He could be. Some managers just don't know.
I like Mark Hughes, but
I don't hate him.
All right, Stoke. What do you want?
Yeah, fucking Stoke.
Then we got Burnley, Crystal Palace.
Burnley. I reckon four losses on the trot.
Yeah,
Palace.
I think Palace will do one of those things where they lose every game till Christmas and then turn around and then they'll have some amazing fucking wingers and they'll manage to just score a shitload of goals towards the end of the season.
I think Boa, I don't think he's gonna last. No. I think he will just keep trying to play good football and Palace. Not two things that fucking mix. They don't go together.
And apparently it's just not working out.
Allardyce, when Allardyce was there, it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
But even he had more sense to hang around, so he was like, fuck this.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I
agree. I think Burnley, but I think Palace.
I actually think
they
should cut their fucking losses and get who was it? I think I saw a rumour. Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently I saw the name.
They probably shore up better than. I don't know. Actually, Hodgson's pretty poor though.
He gets the best out of a shit group of players. And
De Boer, I think you're right. Palace. I think I see Palace having a couple of managerial changes, but I could still see them. They have enough attacking like stuff going on. Kinda. They don't have as much of Balassi and stuff is gone because he went to Everton season before last, right?
Yeah.
The third last season, whatever. But they still. I can see them outscoring a Burnley, but
they haven't scored a goal yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can see them losing every game until Christmas, but then after that, turning around and maybe like outscoring teams like Burnley, Stoke, and etc. on the odd game, and being enough for them just to hang in. I can see Palace being that little nit that just stays there.
Yeah.
Like, I see them finishing 16th, like 17th. I see them there, and like they're just there, and they've done it by the edge of their teeth just because they've somehow just gone balls to the wall towards the end of the season with a better manager, maybe.
Maybe just pro line.
I mean, I don't really
the inevitable, like Sunderland did. So yeah, he gives shit.
And then we've got Swansea at home against Newcastle. Don't care.
Swansea will win.
Yeah, I mean, they got Bowley back now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think they'll definitely win.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for them.
I reckon I think they'll actually. Oh, and they got Renato Sanchez.
And they got him on fucking line somehow.
Yeah.
Lead. That's probably one of the weirdest things from the freaking transfer window. It's bizarre.
It is, but
at least he's going to be.
It's Clement's relationship with Ancelotti.
Yeah.
And he's a really good coach.
Yeah,
so
well, not just Ancelotti, but in fact, his relationship with the Bayern owner as well. Like, and he did all his badges there and everything like that, and they loved him, and they want him to be their manager one day.
Well, they want him essentially to coach fucking Sanchez.
Yeah, well, there we go. Then, yeah. And then lastly, the last game, which for the game week 4 fixtures is West Ham United at home to Huddersfield. West Ham are shit.
I think Huddersfield could get
1-0 win.
I think they could definitely walk away from that with a point at least.
Certainly.
But I think sweetly. I think West Ham will, because they got Hernandez. I think he's kind of secured their survival.
It's secured their survival. Yeah.
But nothing more than
everything else shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, and now Fitch has gone to them, isn't he? But he's
got sent off. He got sent off, didn't he?
He actually has been. I've seen him being sent off quite a few times.
It's because he's an arsehole.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He looks like an arsehole. Like, he's a good player though. I do rate him, but like, he's got this stupid little flappy little bit of hair on his.
Yeah, so he does still have that. I think. Yeah, he's like Firmino kind of. But I think they've got a hairstyle where they can swap to like kind of that Frenchy douchey kind of looking hair as well, like where it's down and not just the top. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's shit.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's all the games coming up. I just wanted to go over them. I mean. We're another week away from them anyway. But I guess the biggest thing to really talk about before we get up to sort of the news points, just quickly of some of the confirmed transfers were like as of like the last stuff to happen.
This is it. Yeah, this is all the transfers.
This is it now. Like, this is done. Oh, bear in mind, like we said, the only thing that's left is still the Spanish. Technically, they can buy and sell. So the Spanish team. So
buy and sell, but not sell to us.
Yes, correct. Sorry, they're allowed to bring players in and sell to each other.
Yes.
And they can bring in players from Premier League, for example. So this was the latest one to happen, which was 2 a.m. in England, which was Sacco went to Palace for £26 million. God knows why they paid £26 million for him, but
he did well in his period there last season.
Yeah,
he is a good defender.
I don't know. I wouldn't say he's good.
I think he's a good player. I think the problem is he's just a bit of an arsehole.
Okay.
So
this is a running thing now.
Yeah. I don't know. There are players that are arseholes.
Look. I mean, Palace buying anyone at this point in any kind of defensive position is probably a good idea.
It is, but I think to be fair for them, I think it's probably a really good signing. Like, he already played there, he knows the club, so it's easy transition. I'm surprised that Liverpool never really tried to get more out of him. But he burnt his bridges, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got No one likes him there. Yeah,
because he's an arsehole.
Yeah, true. Moving on, Danny Drinkwater was done half an hour before that from Leicester to Chelsea for £35 million including bonuses.
Yes, you love. I like
Drinkwater a lot. Like, a good couple of seasons, even though last season. I mean, to be fair, even still last season, none of Leicester was what they were. He was still like one of their best players. And in the season they won the league, like I said to you before, after Mahrez, Vardy, and Kante, it then I'm pretty sure in saying this, he would have been 4th on the list. Like, and then after him, it would have been either their defenders or Albrighton. One of the.
To be fair, in that title-winning team that season, you could have named any one of them.
Yes,
like as being their best player.
yes, totally. The one thing that's a little bit the slightest more just to add that even 1% or 2% more credence to it would be that he did play against Kante. He did play like next to Kante more or less the whole season, and it helped him as well as obviously helped Kante. And most of Vardy's goals, wherever he did his in the first half of the season, now most of Vardy's goals in the first half of the season were done from long balls from Drinkwater, just because he can do that kind of thing. It's just interesting to have that kind of dynamic available. You know, and he's has a bit more depth there. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I like him anyway, and he's a bench player, if not actually even a little bit less than that can be.
He improves the squad. He's
a
good player to sign.
You know, it's good. Like, you know, and 35 million, especially in this market right then, is absolutely fair. With 35 million with bonuses, that is. So
yeah, I think Leicester. I mean, it's a. I don't know who else they've really got in the centre.
They got that.
But I mean, if he hands a transfer request, then there's not much you could do. 35
so
million,
apparently he took 3 attempts from Chelsea, but with the third, he handed in his transfer request.
It's a good fee for Leicester to get. You know.
Look, he wanted to go. You said he may get booze, maybe. I think
because he handed a transfer request, and he could get booze.
Yeah, maybe
not from the whole crowd, but there will be a select.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, that was everything after midnight. Just before that, Boney to Swansea reported £12 million from City. I think that's a good deal for Swansea. Because you know what, he'll play that for Swansea. He's probably worth more than £12 million to Swansea. But interesting enough, he's not worth £12 million. He's not worth more than £12 million to Man City.
Look, there are some players that right place, right time kind of thing.
Totally. And
he can play well. That was what it was for him. But you
know what? At the same time, I think he could play well for Swansea again.
No, I think he could. He could do. Yeah. So if he plays to the same kind of form that he did in his first period there, then Swansea have nothing to worry about this season.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a good manager. They've got. I think they'll do.
Yeah,
they'll
definitely.
do all right, actually.
Moving on to Chelsea last minute. Rapid, crazy sweating by David Zabacosta. Even though apparently.
Who?
Yeah, I know that. Well, that's what I was like. Anyway, so yeah, the wing back cost. It says undisclosed, but everything I've seen is 30 million, 25 million pounds.
Yeah.
From Torino to Chelsea, he's a wing back. Plays predominantly on the right side. He has trained under Conte. Conte got him in the first, Italian team. He's only had 4 caps for Italy, but Conte's the one who brought him in and got the caps and got them training and everything.
Wait, what's his name again?
David Zabacosta. And funnily enough, like. I thought, okay, well, maybe it was weird. As soon as the Oxlade-Chamberlain thing kind of fell apart and that wasn't happening, it started happening immediately. So obviously he was on a list, but he was obviously option B. But not only that, it happened immediately then. And then, funny enough, since then, like, obviously, you know, there was a load of like, okay, I guess it's, you know, everyone goes, oh, panic buy. Yeah, which potentially it is in a sense. But I've gone on to read quite a few articles since then that have been like, these particular different journalists' websites have said, oh, why actually it's potentially quite a snide buy by Chelsea, all these kind of things, how apparently actually he's meant to be really, really quite good, and he's 25 years old, and he's just kind of entering his prime, and he's really good in a wing-back position. Specifically, not only that, he played with Antonio Conte's wing-back position with Italy training, like, so he's trained with Conte in not only in the Italian, but in the Italian national team, but with how we're playing as well. So it's not. I think it is kind of obviously he was second choice, but I think maybe there's a little bit, you know, it's not super like smash all the china and shop, get into him. It kind of like
if it's a player that he knows he's worked with before, then it's not as big a risk. So
and on looking more into it, I'm like, okay, like I'm happy with that. Like, I mean, I would have been happier from the get go with as I said to you before, with my initial thing. The only thing that really I would have liked to have seen was a top wing back. Like, for example, a Kyle Walker or whatever it would have been, you know, like a more of a, I want a wing back that can go like, yeah, well, he's definitely getting in ahead of Moses.
Yeah.
As opposed to one that's like, oh, he's going to challenge Moses. I want someone there who's going to be, yep, he's our fucking right wing back as of next game.
Yeah.
But we don't have that yet, which, by the way, I absolutely love Moses. He's been a revelation, of course, but we've talked about this before as well, but he's definitely the player that we need the most amount of pressure on in our squad. And this guy plays on the right, so hopefully that happens. And he's supposed to be good, so we'll see.
See how it goes.
And it does free Moses up a little bit more.
Proof is in the pudding.
It is. And then obviously that comes on to the one that happened, funny enough, 3 minutes before that was announced. Llorente went to Tottenham for reported £15 million.
Oh, yes.
So he's been connected with Chelsea past 3 windows. He almost came to us last one, almost one before. And this one, it seemed like maybe he would. It would come up and down. Like it was. And then, he's obviously... He's personally decided to go to Spurs. I think obviously the weird thing is he's played under Conte before, and like last 2 transfer things, he's actually come out and said stuff like, "Oh yeah, Conte, blah blah blah." But obviously, I'm assuming what it is either Spurs had a better we're going to play you more kind of deal, or he talked to Pochettino and was like, "Oh cool, I want to play with you actually." It could be one of these things. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, we're never going to know any of that stuff. Yeah.
But there was definitely no spit in the dummy or anything. It's just, It was just it could be that Spurs have more allure. It also could be maybe Conte didn't try enough. Maybe Chelsea board didn't try enough. Maybe Spurs tried really hard. It's one of these different things you're never going to know. But it's a good transfer no matter what. If we came to us, I would have been great. If you gone to you, obviously you've been great. You've been great as well. So
it could be Swansea did us a favour and accepted our bid because we sold Cole Norton to Swansea. That was
that's the
3 seasons ago. We also sold them Tom Carroll.
How are the boards with each other? How do they like?
So I think our relationship with them. I think our relationship with them is not too bad. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that played a part. I'm very surprised. I had no fucking idea really that we would get Llorente, but when I saw it linked and stuff, I was.
It's a smart buy in the sense that
I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the signing because we did need another striker. Our squad lacks experience. We've now got experience in a player he's had a season in the Premier League, got 15 goals last season.
Yeah.
He
looks good. Even when he doesn't score, he looks good.
Yeah. But he's a different kind of striker to what we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't have any forwards that are just like pure pace.
He's like a better
so we are missing.
I always think of him. He's like Joe at Leicester, but he's like better than him. Like, he can come on and get the odd goal. The striker Leicester had as the kind of he's a big man, send him up. Leonardo Joa. He's played for Brighton, before Leicester came up and did all their magical stuff.
Oh no,
he's like Llorente to me. It's like a better version of him, even though Joa's like 31 or 30. And
also, I do think because we do have a couple of players that can put good deliveries in, and Llorente's pretty good at his headers. Also, I'm very happy because he's got experience in Europe, and obviously we've got Champions League football.
He's a world footballer.
Yeah, fuck it.
And even that quote I said to you at the start, him about saying he wants to learn from Kane. I mean,
that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's kind of saying nice things. I mean, but that's what you want to hear that.
He sounds like a team player, so I'm happy to have him with us.
He just always seems like a good-looking Italian striker in his 30s. It's just sensible. I mean, isn't that what everyone wants?
Yeah.
So let's say, anyways, they're good. I mean, good.
And also, transfer. I think Janssen and Kane can both learn from.
If I could have gotten any other transfer, that would have been it. In fact, I would have had. It's a difficult thing. Llorente to me would have made more sense than Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in if he wanted to play, depending on where he wants to play and stuff. Because Llorente, we have a more immediate need. It goes back to that. I wanted a Kyle Walker wing back kind of, as opposed to a Oxlade wing back, which is on the bench challenging Moses left and right, as opposed to someone that's immediate. I wanted a wing back was the position that I wanted. Boom, we drop 80 mil, get someone Danilo, drop fuck Rafinha, get some player from Portugal, something. And then the striker position. I mean, like a Llorente, just a backup striker. We could just do with another backup striker. Why not? Because of the whole Costa thing. That puts us in a slightly short position. We do have a couple of strikers out on loan, which we can bring back in. Which I'm not too. I mean, Tammy Abrahams is at Swansea.
He scored for them.
He's been I know I always say it's about Chelsea youth players, but Tammy Abrahams last year Championship and the season before that in League One, every fucking tournament he plays in, apparently he's just fantastic and he's amazing and he's always but we sent him out on loan. Fair enough, and we've got other youth prospects here, blah blah blah. But we can call, but we've also we loaned out Zuma to Stoke, which I thought was an interesting one. I would have kept him around, especially because we weren't sure about the Rudiger thing at the time and all this. But look, with Chelsea, it's interesting because we've got such a bizarre the way the club's run. I don't think it's run like any other club in Premier League. Maybe besides City are trying to do it themselves now as well. Where you just have a huge churn of going out all over Europe. And
it's actually a model that Real Madrid and Barcelona and stuff have done for years.
And I mean Chelsea have been doing it for a while now.
But that's why.
But you're right. Yeah, they're probably copying that.
But they've got the B teams and stuff over there as well.
Yeah, and that's actually almost what Chelsea wants, but it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, you're right. So, but so it's kind of like those big teams, and then so selling off players or whatever, but having like buyback options and everything.
Yeah.
And, you're kind of just like hedging.
And you
your
have
bets,
a secondary league just to play your fucking players that actually you just want to keep around because you know they're going to be worth a buck in a couple of years. Kind of, but in reality, you're stopping them from playing. I don't know.
Yeah.
If we brought players in all the time, yes, but we don't. John Terry, last proper youth player to come all the way through, proper youth player.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, basically what I'm getting at is Llorente is a good signing. And I would have almost, I think, for Chelsea, like I said, if it was Llorente or Oxlade, I think I would pick Llorente because knowing that we've got Zappacosta, even if he's, to me, sure, okay, I know Oxlade-Chamberlain can perform in the Premier League, whereas Zappacosta may not, but they're both, they'll feel that kind of challenging, not immediately in first 11. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whereas striker-wise, Llorente would have been fine. 100%. Yeah. Better than fine. So, yeah. But, interesting. Tim Krul, keeper to Brighton from Newcastle.
Yes.
On loan? Interesting. He's okay.
No, Krul, he used to be a good keeper. I think
he always looks like an orc out of Lord of the Rings to me.
Yeah,
I think it's the name adds to it as well, but yeah. I mean, he's okay.
He kind of looks like a really, I don't know, just an awkward uni student.
Yeah, he does.
You know,
he should never got out this shitty haircut face.
Yeah,
it's not a top knot.
like
it's a bloke. That haircut don't suit you. Fucking.
Yeah, well, it doesn't suit anyone.
Yeah. Look, I mean, he can. I think he's like a bottom 10 Premier League.
He was a very good keeper. Like he had potential maybe to go to a big club.
Yeah.
But if you can't get games for Newcastle, then for fuck's sake, in the Championship, because I don't think he was playing for them in the Championship.
But
really.
yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, and then just going across, I mean, Bayer Leverkusen have loaned Alexander Dragovic to Leicester.
Never heard of him.
Do I? Everton have got some bloke called Vlasic.
Never heard of him.
Split. No, Brighton bought another one. These are the Brighton ones I'm talking about. Shalato for 3 million.
Never heard of him.
Wagyu
beef.
Is he Japanese stuff? Yeah, I don't know.
He's not.
Going to Watford on loan from Udinese. Ziegler to Watford. Don't know.
Ziegler.
Now Renato Sanchez. Bayern Munich to Swansea on loan. I'm assuming that's 1 year or I don't.
Yeah, it's just a year loan, I think.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, we briefly mentioned that earlier. Very good. It's obviously because of the back. Yeah, it's because what's his face
relationship.
So, yeah. Camizes to Watford. Don't know from Udinese as well. These Brighton and Watford like bringing players like burrowing away. Like,
sometimes they work. You get these unknown fucking players, and sometimes they do work. Sometimes they don't. But.
And then we got a really good buy here. I think. Obviously, as long as he isn't a huge homophobic asshole, Oria to Tottenham for £23 million, which I think is a bargain. I know for a fact that when Arsenal were looking at him about 2 years ago, it was £50 million, £40 million. It was, and he's a decent player. He's a really decent player.
If I know anything, I mean, and this is, I was playing FIFA, and I sold Walker, and I bought Ouya.
Yeah.
And he was 3 points. Or 3 stat points or whatever, better than Kyle Walker.
We've got FIFA from right now. No.
Yeah. So basically, what that's telling me is that he's going to be better than Kyle Walker.
Basically, that's what it is. No, look, I mean, he is known as a good player. He's just had a bit of a weird thing in the past. Look, people do weird shit.
He says,
people do weird shit, whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It just so happened his was more public. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Like, some people...
£23 million to me, bro, that is a good fucking
That's
signing.
Look, even if it turns out...
To be honest, me looking at all your signings, like that's the best signing you've got there. Like, that is a brilliant signing.
Yeah, I'd say.
And that's a surprise signing.
We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Yeah. But I'm really happy with that signing because we did...
Yeah.
Going into...
I'm sure it's Oria. It must be Oria. Like, I've always said Oria, but Ouya.
I'm just going to say Ouya because I can't pronounce it properly, so I'm going to purposefully pronounce it
probably right. That's more French almost because he's
Ivory Coast.
It's Ivory Coast, so they speak French there. But yeah, so it's Oria. It must be Ouya. I don't know. This is going to take a really short time.
No, let's not do that.
No.
Ouya.
Serge Tankian,
Ouya. Fuck, I've lost my train of thought now.
He's super happy with signing him.
I'm really happy with signing him because, I mean, like I say, if we went into the new season without, so we lost Kyle Walker obviously, and if we went into the new season with Kieran Trippier, I was going to say something like, I wish, but no.
Got lots of nice money for him.
Yeah, we did. Lots of good monies.
Fuck you, mate.
No, but if we went into the new season with Kieran Trippier and Kyle Walker-Peters as backup, I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
You'd be concerned with the depth there in Europe and everything. Yeah,
I would have been totally. Even just in the league, because if Trippier got injured, Cole Peters, he did brilliant against Newcastle